Now that's a good performance.
Very good. For the folks at home, we'd like that you could make it down here this week if you could, but since you can't, one thing that you're missing is the feel of those drums coming right through you as they march by. It's really quite a percussion feel.
Oh, for sure. And they were sponsored by the Lions Club of Stoney Creek, and they're a great organization in any community, always doing good things. And right now they have their food drive on.
The Lions.
Yes.
Yes, the Lions are always raising awareness in the community for all the needs of the people.
Oh, and here are our little Sparks. Look how cute they're looking.
Oh, fantastic.
They're staying
And
warm.
again, I'm looking at the kids on the sideline waving, and what are those Sparks doing? Yeah, I want to do that, and I'm sure that they will in the years to come.
Yeah, the Sparks, the Brownies, it's a great way for girls to get involved.
Well,
Yeah.
I was in the Boy Scouts at one point when I was young.
And did you enjoy it?
Well, I got a few merit badges, and I did enjoy it quite a bit. And I think the best part of these Scouts and the Brownies and what have you is getting out with your young kids and really enjoying a night where you learn some skills and get to interact with kids your own age.
Yeah, and it's a good bonding experience for kids, too.
It is. You know, if you've got a couple of kids at home that, you know, have got a lot of energy, get them out learning some stuff at the Scouts and the Brownies, and they'll come back to you and be able to teach you a thing or two.
And hopefully that puts them on the nice list for Santa this year.
Well, yes, the nice list. It's very important to be on that nice list. You don't want to be on the naughty list, certainly. No, that wouldn't be good.
What list do you think you're on this season?
Well, that's a subjective thing, as you know, Kate, and I think that I'm probably going to be on the nice list. However,
We always hope.
However, there might be some folks in my family who would maybe not put me on that list directly. And yourself, nice or naughty?
I would hope I'd be on the nice list. I've been pretty good this year.
I'm sure you'll be there, yeah.
I know. It's always important to be good all year long. Kids always want to remain on the nice list, have a few presents under the tree. All right, and up next, another way to stay warm, I think would be to be in a vehicle. That'd be a nice way.
Yeah, but, you know, it's not that bad out today. We did have a pretty cold one yesterday with the snow coming.
Oh, and here is the Lions Club food drive.
There we go.
It's really important to give back at Christmas time. It almost reminds you of, it's important to give to those less fortunate, and if it means giving a few items in your pantry that you may not use, I think it's a good way to go.
Well, I think that the Lions Club are always very successful at the parade. You can see the people now giving their little bags of food for the folks. And, you know, we really are fortunate in this community. It's a community of about 65,000 people. We have 25% of that were foreign-born people in the Stoney Creek community. And also we have about 20% of the 65,000 people are under 20 years of age. So it's a pretty unique community with a lot of diversity. We have a lot of different ethnic backgrounds coming in here, and it really adds a lot to the vibrancy. And part of that vibrancy is these service clubs that go out of their way and do things that really are appreciated by all.
Yeah, it's really nice to give back to your community. And up next, we have the Winona Peach Festival.
Oh, have you ever been there, Kate?
I have. I try to go every year.
What's your best part of that?
I love the peach sundae, I'm going to have to say.
Oh,
that's
the peach
my favorite
sundae.
part.
Yes, indeed. There we have our peach queen, and we also have some of the runners-up for the peach festival. I like the gyro. There's a gyro shop in there, and I tell you, I hadn't had it before. I'd been to the peach festival, and that became an all-time favorite for me.
Your favorite thing at a peach festival
at a peach festival is a gyro, of all things. Well, I do also top it off with the sundae, of course.
Of course, and you got to bring home a basket of peaches.
And I do, yes.
Well, up next, we have the 58th Hamilton Scouting Troop, another great organization for kids to get involved in. I think it's so important to get your kids involved in anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be dance, hockey, scouts, just anything that they're interested in.
Yes, absolutely. You know, and, you know, this getting active is such an important thing for kids nowadays because the activity levels at schools, as they concentrate more on the education and physical fitness, isn't quite where it could be. They get out and they get to do things and get to participate. It's really helpful.
Oh, everybody's getting in the holiday spirit.
Yes, they are.
Do you guys have your tree up at home yet?
I believe that's for tomorrow. We're going to go out and cut one down.
Oh, and that was the first Stoney Creek Sparks and Brownies.
A good group of kids.
They really are. I know I got my tree up a little bit. I put it up last week, so I was
Oh, did
already
you?
in the Christmas spirit.
Very good. Yeah. Well, is it a live tree?
No, I have a fake tree.
Okay, it'll stay good then till
I know.
Christmas. I'm a little concerned at getting our tree up at this point, and we might lose a few needles.
It's all about watering.
Ah, watering,
The
yes.
more water, the better. But they always look good. They have
It's-
that fantastic cedar
It's a
smell.
little early, but I think I'm going to be outvoted on this. I'm sure that the tree will be up regardless of watering or not.
It's always an exciting time. I love when the tree goes up. I look forward to it. That's what I look forward to for the whole holiday season.
Is your tree?
Is my tree.
And do you decorate?
I do. I love to decorate my tree.
I like to supervise the decorating.
That's always a fun job too.
Absolutely.
Well, up next here we have the Dundas Pipe Band, another set of pipers. They look a little chilly in their kilts.
Oh, yes.
And here, we'll take a listen.
But they're toughing it out. The Dundas Pipe Band's been around since 1947.
Wow.
So I would imagine that a lot of the pipers came back from the war and thought, let's keep this camaraderie going, and kept the tradition of piping and drumming going through the Dundas Pipe Band.
And that's how you have to keep traditions going, is to pass them down to the younger generations and hope they do the same.
Absolutely. This is tradition is what this whole community's about. We've got a community here that was settled by loyalists after the American Revolution and was just a small farming community. Where the community, of course, gained its widest recognition during the Battle of the War of
I know.
the War of 1812 and the Battle of Stoney Creek.
And we've been not celebrating, but remembering that in the past
Remembering
year
that
and
for
in the upcoming year.
Quite a number of years. And this is the actual bicentennial of the war coming up in 13. So we're expecting a big turnout at the battlefield
For
park.
sure. Oh, up next here we have the Bell Float. Now they look like they're having a good time up there, rocking out with the gingerbread house.
What do we have on the Bell Float? We got some kids. They're happy. A little bit of rock and roll playing, a Christmas tree.
Run, Run, Rudolph. That's one of my favorite holiday songs. Lawrence, what's your... Steps Performing Arts, the little ones. It's always so cute when you see the little ones dance around. Oh, and
there's Bruiser.
from
Yeah.
the Hamilton Bulldogs. See? Another great way to watch hockey. No NHL? Watch the AHL.
Oh, those NHL fellas, I mean, they put on a good product, but we also have some good product in our juniors and our semi-pro teams.
Yeah, the AHL, they have a lot. They're the farm team for the Canadians. So they have a lot of pro athletes coming down to play for them while they still want to stay in shape.
And I would say with this current dispute with management that they've got some top flight players now filling the
For
ranks.
sure. We
So-
air the Hamilton Bulldog games actually every Friday night here on Cable 14, which is awesome. We love doing that.
Yeah, are you commentating on them?
No, I'm not.
That would be a fun thing
It
to do.
would be, it would be.
Yeah.
Here's the rest of the Steps Performing Arts Center. They're getting a good workout today.
They've been a winner 15 times of the Hamilton Spectators Reader's Choice Award. So this is a team that has some real good skills.
Oh,
They've
for
also
sure.
got quite a crowd of young kids.
And up next, we have the Stoney Creek Baptist Church.
The Stoney Creek Baptist Church opens its doors every year to let the people in, the parade participants get warm, and if it's raining, warm up and get dry. They're a wonderful organization.
Yeah, there's so
A lot
many
of community
great places
spirits.
here in Stoney Creek.
So Kate, why are Christmas trees very bad at knitting?
I don't know, Lawrence, why?
Well, I'll tell you, it's because they're always dropping their needles.
That is too funny. You got a couple good ones.
Well, I try. My memory's not as good as it used to be, but I got a couple more up my sleeve.
All right, well, I'll have to stay tuned for some more.
Okay.
All right, look at these kids staying warm, the 95th Pathfinders.
The 95th Pathfinders on the Peninsula towing truck. That's the way to mark your way through a parade, is to be on the back of a truck.
Oh, for sure. So I'm having a great time at this year's Santa Claus Parade. What about you?
I'm enjoying it too.
You getting in the holiday spirit?
It's a little bit different for me being on this end of the table, but certainly it's been enjoyable.
So what holiday traditions does your family celebrate?
Well, we certainly like to eat.
Oh,
You know, we
it's my
get the turkey out, and I think we've got it down to a very good system.
Good science.
We have Grandma. She makes up the bird, and we make up all the rest of the trimmings, and we bring it all together. Nobody has to work too hard, and yet we have a full deal when the table is filled with food. So it's good.
Yeah, it's so nice because that's what Christmas is all about, spending time with your family, because you get so busy throughout the rest of the year that Christmas is the time to sit down, enjoy each other's company.
Exactly.
Eat.
Exactly. Eat too much and go to sleep a little bit. What about your family traditions, Kate? What do you enjoy doing?
Well, I'm going to have to agree. My favorite thing at Christmas is cooking. I love to cook.
Oh, cooking.
I'm in the kitchen with my mom. We make the turkey all afternoon, and we cook everything up. And actually, my favorite part of the day is making Christmas brunch for my family.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that's also part of our tradition, too. You got to wake up early and get those pots and pans going to get that brunch going. But it certainly is appreciated by those who've just opened up a bunch of presents and are tired.
Oh, I think Christmas is all about eating. I know by the end of the day, my body probably doesn't agree with it, but eating is one of my favorite things to do.
Cranberries or not?
Cranberries, I'm not very pro cranberry, even though
nor
my
am
mom
I.
makes a good cranberry sauce,
Yeah.
but it's not really my cup of tea. Oh, and here we have another favorite part of the parade for
The
me.
Shriners.
The Shriners. Now, they look like they always have fun. They're always in all the parades, in their cars.
I love their cars. That's probably the best part of the Shriner presentation. Of course, the work they do is the best part of the Shriners, but I love the different novelty rides that they come across.
And see, I think they're just a bunch of big kids in those Shriner cars.
Absolutely. And who wouldn't be a big kid?
I know, who wouldn't be? The Shrine Clown Corps, they're from Port Colborne, Welland, and the whole surrounding district. Oh, we got another different car. They brought all their cars out today.
It looks like they've got a street rally going on.
I didn't know they had such a big variety.
Who's the guy in the big full-size car? How come he gets that?
I know. I think I'd want one of the little ones.
I think I'd be in one of those too.
Up next, we have the Hamilton-Burlington SPCA. And what I love about the SPCA is how hard they work to find homes for all the animals.
Yeah. I have a dog at home, and certainly they're an animal that depends on us, you know, dogs and cats. And when you see them in the shelters, you certainly want to open up your home to them, and certainly you get a lot back from the attention that you give them.
And right now they're actually doing IAM's Home for the holidays.
IAM's Home.
IAM's Home. So they're working with
that's a
IAM's
pet
dog
food name?
Yes, it is.
Oh, very good.
And they're trying to match up dogs for the home for the holidays.
Oh, very interesting. We had a truck come by the place where we live, and they had dogs coming up from the States. So there was another opportunity to look after dogs.
I know, dogs are such a great addition. And up next we have the Strecker Brothers. They're uniform service that runs out of Britannia Cleaners here in Stoney Creek.
For all your uniform needs.
And what's great is Ed Strecker, he was a former recipient of the Stoney Creek Citizen of the Year Award because he also put in a lot of years of community service here in Stoney Creek. Oh, and here are the Avon ladies.
Not that our ladies in Stoney Creek need any extra beautification, but when they need to put that little special detail on, Avon's ready for them. Donald V, there's a community pillar. Most of the people have used the services of Donald B for their relatives and friends. A very warm and family feeling when you participate at their home there.
All right, I've been waiting for another joke from you, Lawrence.
Okay, here it comes.
There's just too many.
How many reindeer does Santa have?
9?
No, there's 10.
10? Who's the 10th?
Well, we have Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Mm-hmm. Comet, Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. And of course there's Rudolph.
My favorite.
But there's also the other one.
Ooh.
Olive. All of the other reindeer.
You're
so that's
clever. 10.
10.
All right, now I know there's 10 reindeer. So I'm going to have to put out 10 carrots.
10 carrots, yes. 10 carrots.
Now, do you guys always put out cookies and milk and carrots for the reindeer and Santa?
Well, we have in the past, but the kids have gotten a little bit older, and I'm not sure if they're up before that. So we haven't put them out lately, but I'm sure our young niece is putting them out.
Oh, I'm sure all the kids, that's one of the things. Up next, we have Toronto Signals, another great band.